Good morning. My name is Zachary Miller. I'm a seminarian for the Diocese of Syracuse. And what a seminarian is someone who is studying to become a priest. And I've been now in the studies to become a priest for about 5 years. This current year, I'm on pastoral year, which is like an internship at St. John the Evangelist Parish in New Hartford, New York, which is just outside of Utica. My home parish is Our Lady of Sorrows in Vestal, and I grew up there. But a little bit about my life was I went to public school my whole life. I graduated from Vestal High School in 2003. Then after graduating, I went to the Army. I spent a few years in the reserves and National Guard, and then I wanted to go and kind of become, I thought, a police officer. So I went at first to Broome Community College, which is in Binghamton, and I studied criminal justice. I got my my associate's degree in criminal justice, and then after receiving my associate's degree, I got promoted in my job, which I was working for the Veterans Administration at the time, and I went to Buffalo State. And at Buffalo State, I received my bachelor's degree. But then, kind of my senior year at Buffalo, and then the year after that, I like to say God kind of has a sense of humor, because the idea of becoming a priest kind of came to mind. And becoming a priest was something that I never thought about in my entire life. So it was something new. And at first, I went and talked to a local priest friend of mine from Binghamton who helped my family in difficult times. And when I talked to Father Brown, at first he told me to just kind of wait and to pray on it and not to jump to any conclusions. And in a roundabout way, he was telling me, not yet. And so I took a year, and I kind of thought about for a year. Then after a year, I went back to Father Brown and said, you know, I can't stop thinking about it, that the idea just kept coming back and coming back. And then he talked to me a little bit further. And then he got put me into association with the diocese, and Father O'Connor and Father Donovan. And through them, they kind of helped me along the path, and then they gave me the application. And then doing the application, I was eventually accepted by the diocese. In the fall of 2008, I started seminary at St. Mary's Seminary in Baltimore, and I've been there for the past 4 years, and like I said, this is my 5th year. I'm on internship at St. John the Evangelist in New Hartford. I like to go to the gym, work out. You know, I'm a pretty good runner, and I think I can always probably improve on my aerobic strength there. Well, another hobby I do is mixed martial arts. I've been doing that a few years, and it's really taught me more discipline and it's really taken my career that I had in the military and helped me to expand it and really get back into a little bit of boxing and a little bit of exercising that was outside your kind of traditional gym. Other hobbies I like to watch movies. Good friends of mine. I like to go visit my family and friends when I get a day off or a couple days to go, and my brother is they're always welcome to have me around. And I like to travel. I've been to Spain, I've been to Germany a couple times, and really just kind of seeing what's out there in the world and experiencing just life and all the goodness it has. And you probably heard of the Men in Black team, that for the past 12 years, the Men in Black have been a part of this diocese. And it's not the aliens or the movie that you thought about, but it's called the Men in Black. It's the young priests and seminarians of the diocese that once or twice a year we play a basketball game, or we've tried soccer, we've tried baseball, and we're always looking for new events. And if you ever have thought of an event that you might want the Men in Black to try, just contact the vocations office. I'm sure Father O'Connor will help you. But it's a way that we can just show people, show the world that, you know, we are human too, and we are a part of the world, and we like to do what we just think is normal stuff too, play basketball. That's kind of one of the things. And, you know, I'm not one of the star players, but once in a while I do make a basket. was that, I never thought of myself as really being a priest or being someone being called to the priesthood until that thought, that calling really came to mind. And one of the biggest questions that a lot of my friends gave me was, what is, like, as a priest, what will I be able to do? Or as a priest, like, you can't do this or you can't do that. And it's the idea of sacrifice in one's life. We all sacrifice in our lives. That if someone gets married, there's sacrifice there. If someone stays single, there's sacrifice there. In your jobs, there's sacrifice. That you have to really take everything and put everything into a priority. One of the things I like to tell people, or to tell you today, is, it's an idea of let go and let God. In that it's not giving anything up, but it's looking at your life. It's looking at who you are and what is the true plan that God has for you. And that's one of the things I had to do in my life, that, I thought I was going to be a cop. And, I still wonder once in a while, was that what I was meant to do? But in the last 5 years, I felt very comfortable and I felt open that God has directed me into this path of priesthood, has directed me down this road of thinking about becoming a priest. And it's not something that I just think I had to give everything up, but it's opened doors in my life that I never thought would have ever been opened. That I've worked in high schools, I've worked in elementary schools, I've worked in parishes now, that I've done positions I never thought. So it's not, sacrifice is, yes, there's a sacrifice there, but a sacrifice can also open up a door, and it can open up a new way of looking at a life. Just like as a parent, when they have a child, that child is a new door that has opened in their life. It's a new way for them to look at the world. There'll be sacrifices that they have to do to raise that child, but there's sacrifices in the religious life. There's sacrifices in the priesthood and being celibate, the idea of being single for your entire life. But it's a way of being single, it's a way of proclaiming the good news of God and actually becoming a part of a parish, that to look at a parish as my family, just as a mother and father will look at their children as their own families. With this joy that in all their lives, that mothers, fathers, professionals, sisters, priests, deacons, we all have joys in our life. We all have sacrifices in our lives. And it's trying to find that right balance. And, in the past month, we celebrated that great joy coming into the world at Christmas. That light of Christ coming into your lives. That every year, we bring that light back into our lives at Christmas. And maybe this year is, how can you look at that joy in your life and see Christ present in there? Just not today, but every single day. And to realize that, some days won't be perfect, but some days will be better. So just step back and see that joy and, have some fun. Like I said before, just step back and let go and let God to put some joy into your life. That a true life with God is a happy life, knowing that it's not always perfect, but God is in control. So just have some fun with it. When I was in college, that there was just a lot going on, and just looking at this discernment idea and just opening myself up to God's call in my life. And there was a video that was shown at a retreat. It was called The Fishers of Men. And this video, it helped me in the idea of just looking at a video and looking at what is the daily life of a priest, and how is that daily life connected to me, and could this be something that possibly in the future I could be a part of, that I could make it a part of my life. So that Fishers of Men video, it opened up another door in my life. It opened up the possibility of me saying to myself, I can do that. So your local religious ed resource offices, they're very helpful, and Most of the offices do have that Fishers of Men DVD, and just stop in and take a look around. There's books there to help you on your discernment. There's people there that if you want to talk to, and they can help you get in contact with the vocations office with Father O'Connor, and to help you in your process of discernment.